Colorado High School Activities Association football is on B106 and B106.com. Tonight from Legion Field in Fort Morgan, it is the Lutheran Lions coming to town to take on your Fort Morgan Mustangs. Good evening, everyone. Along with Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel, Michaela Clipper back at the studios for us tonight. And Kevin, everybody's been saying, Fort Morgan hasn't had a test this year. All these, and basically they haven't. Well, I think they're going to have a test here tonight. This is one of the bigger teams and probably one of the better teams that we'll see this year.
Definitely, this is the last regular season game that we're going to play against a team that really has a shot at all to compete with Fort Morgan on the line of scrimmage. And it should be a great ball game. It's a beautiful night. The weather's perfect, and I'm really excited to get this game started.
Yeah, this ought to be fun. We'll see how we compare to Lutheran. They come in 3-2 overall, 2-0 in league. Mustangs are 5-0, 2-0 also in league. So we will see when they get it strapped up here and start hitting heads. We'll see what happens. So
absolutely. Tonight also, and I believe it's up in Platte Valley, Brush is playing Platte Valley, a team that beat Lutheran. But that's kind of deceiving because Lutheran had several players suspended for that game, and some of them were their receivers. And I talked with one of their coaches this week, and he said that once Platte Valley figured out that they had no passing game because of their receivers being gone, they just put 9 in the box and really took it to them. And so he's hoping that they'll be able to maybe open it up and keep Fort Morgan from doing the same thing tonight.
So it looks like Lutheran won the toss, deferred. Fort Morgan will get the ball to start the game off here. So we'll give you the starting lineup for your Fort Morgan Mustangs, and that is brought to you by Cargill Beef. Cargill Beef is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. So starting tonight for the Fort Morgan offense is quarterback Dalen Knapp, senior fullback Toby McBride, junior tailback Tate Kimball. Center is senior Jake Norris, right guard junior Nate Cage, right tackle junior Eric Carrillo, left guard is senior Alex Mai, left tackle is junior Jorge Ramos, tight end is sophomore Trey McBride, receivers tonight senior Kyle Daniels and junior Dawson Frick.
It'll be interesting to see how good of a kick they get. Another thing I gleaned from the coaches at Lutheran when I visited with them, their kicker, like Franny, also plays soccer. And unfortunate for Lutheran, fortunate for Fort Morgan, Lutheran's soccer team had a game that started at 6 o'clock tonight in Denver somewhere. So they're going to have a different kid kicking tonight, and maybe that'll make a difference because, Franny makes a big difference for us.
That's for sure. And I'd also heard from another source that they like to onside kick somewhat, so we'll see if they want to start that way tonight or just what's going to happen. Looks like number 21 is going to kick off, and that will be Eric Jenkins.
Definitely notice Fort Morgan's got the hands team in there. All those numbers on the front line are less than 50, so they don't have the big linemen out there.
Back for Fort Morgan. Nice deep kick, and it's going to go to Arroyo about the 8. He gets it at the 10. Goes across the right side, the 15, the 20, the 25. He's breaking on the outside, the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And well down into Lutheran territories. He gets it down to the 50. Nice job by Anthony Arroyo.
Fort Morgan lucky on that play. One of the lead blockers got a little bit of a push in the back on one of the last defenders that had a chance for him. And that could have pushed us back 15 yards, but no flag, and Fort Morgan's in great field position to start the game.
Looks like it's going to be at the 44, and actually right now it looks like Trey McBride.
Actually at the 44.
Trey McBride is going to start at quarterback for the Mustangs.
Cade Bulis late coming out.
So 1st and 10 from the Lion 44. Great run back by Anthony Arroyo. Shotgun formation for the Mustangs. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Arroyo over the right side. He cuts it up into the middle, and he's going to get 4 down to the 40.
Nice running after contact there. He gained about 3 more yards after the initial contact.
Second down and 6.
Second and 6 from the 40. Nice job by Anthony Arroyo. He gets the start in the backfield. Tate Kimball is receiver in the slot. Shotgun formation once again for the Mustangs. Roll out to the right side. It's going to be a throw downfield, and it's going to almost intercepted. Have a flag back out there about the 43.
Looks like where you get a holding call, and they're pointing towards Fort Morgan.
There's a flag.
So starting out here a little different tonight are the Mustangs. So we do have a hold on Fort Morgan.
Hard on the Mustangs.
So that'll bring up second down once again. Let's see where they mark that off from, about the 43.
Coach Chisholm sticking with Wildcat with Trey McBride in there.
About a second and 18
They're going to punt the ball at the
from the 47 of Fort Morgan.
47-yard line.
I didn't hear that Dalen Knapp was sick or injured or anything, but I don't really necessarily see him on the sidelines either right now.
Yeah, I hadn't heard any reports. So shotgun formation once again. Taking it off the right side is Trey McBride. He gets it up across the 50.
McBride on the keeper.
Down into Lutheran territory to about the 48.
Holdridge on the tackle. Third down and 13.
So third and 13 for the Mustangs. We'll see who they... Kyle Daniels, Frank Rosales. We have quite a change out here of personnel. Trey McBride stays in at quarterback, though. So we'll see what Kyle Daniels, Tate Kimball come left. Fort Morgan is going to call a timeout. They could not get there.
And they took a little long getting to the line of scrimmage, didn't they?
Yeah. Getting some new plays set in here, I guess. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. So it'd be nice for the Mustangs to get a first down here. If they get most of it, we'll see if they go for it on fourth, but we'd hate to see a nice run back by Anthony Arroyo go for naught. And we'll see if they will stick with Trey. We do see Dalen Knapp here on the sideline.
And I think they just want to give whoever is going to play us in the future something to think about by giving us all these options. But, you know, I'd like to see that after we're up maybe 14 or 21 to nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure just what they're doing, but I'm sure they have it. So Trey McBride in the pocket, throws it downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of Tate Kimball. Should have had it. Incomplete at about the 37, so that'll bring up a fourth and 13 from the 47.
It's hard to tell. Maybe in practice this week, Trey just beat out Dalen in the drills, but I think they'd still put him in there with his brother and Tate running the ball.
Yeah, they got clear away from their normal power run here, so Tate will go back now into punt formation. Lutheran has a returner back out about the 10. I can't see who that is for sure. Snap back to Tate. Nice deep kick by Tate. Going to go over the returner and bounce into the end zone.
So no real harm other than maybe not having the points on the board from that first drive for trying something different to start off the game.
So they may come out next time and go with their regular formation, but we will see what happens here with 10:09 left here in the first period of play. No score as Lutheran comes out for their first possession, as they like to also run the ball. Shotgun formation for Lutheran. One receiver left. Send a man in motion left to right. It's a handoff up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 3.
Stacked up by Trey McBride.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 23.
22 on that carry. Holdridge.
Nathan Holdridge. Holdridge this year has 97 carries for 762 yards. Shotgun formation once again in the backfield and well over the head of the intended receiver was that throw by Will Willis. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
And the receiver was open. If he would have been able to deliver it, I think they would have had, a gain. The defender was there to tackle him right away, but he had a window there.
So 3rd down and 7. No huddle for Lutheran. They all have the plays on their wrist. Get a sign in from the coach. Going to be a handoff up. No, it's going to be a pitch out to the right side. And nice job there by the Mustang. Oh, they let him get out though. We'll see how far he gets.
Yeah, looks like he might be still short.
Looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down. Should have been brought down at about the 22, but he gets out to about the 28, I believe.
And who had that ball? Did you catch the number? Is that CCO again, or?
I believe it was. So that'll bring up a 4th and 2 from the 28. Nobody back deep there. Looks like they're going to send somebody back now into the punt formation. End over end kick and lands about the 40. Kyle Daniels picks it up at the 35, at the 40, not to the Mustang. Oh, he's still going. They didn't call him down. Apparently he was on top of the Lions, and he gets it out to the Mustang 47-yard line.
Credit Kyle there for he was on top of the tackler and never made contact with the ground, and for him to keep hustling, he got another couple yards out of that.
That's one thing you'll see with Kyle. He doesn't call fair catches, and he's a hard guy to bring down. So Dan Knapp now back in with Toby McBride and Tate Kimball. He'll split wide right, along with Marquez to the left. And we have offsides on Lutheran. That will go against number 56, Jake Dack. So a little bit of different cadence there as Dalen Knapp comes in. So it'll bring up a 1st and 5 from the Lutheran 47.
That gets those defensive linemen just a little more tentative coming off the ball.
So handoff to Tate Kimball over that right side. He is going to have, it's going to bring up a 2nd down just short of the 1st down marker.
Chad Barker on the tackle.
At the 43. 2nd and 1. As they try to take it off that right side. I formation once again behind Knapp. Under center. Going to give it to Toby up the middle, and he's down across the 40. He will have enough for the 1st down.
Toby McBride up the middle.
A nice job by Toby. It's going to be just inside the 40-yard line, so 1st and 10, Fort Morgan. From the, I guess we'll call it the 40s, just inside the 40.
Lutheran doing a good job of gang tackling there. Someone had him wrapped up low, and he was getting some late shots from him, but they hadn't blown the whistle. That's good defense.
So I formation once again for the Mustangs. Going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball over this left side. Nice block out on the left side. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. 5.
Made a really good move. The cornerback came up and kind of had him and contained him, and he juked him and turned it inside and then just put on the afterburners, and he was gone.
You get Tate out in the open, and you're not going to catch him. Nice block on the outside by Toby McBride, and Adrian Marquez also on that, out on the left wide receiver. So touchdown Tate Kimball with a point after try coming up here. Snap back, ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:09 to go here in the first period of play, Fort Morgan 7, Lutheran nothing on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field, Fort Morgan just goes up 7-0 on a Tate Kimball 40-yard run.
Franny's out there setting up the ball and getting ready to kick, and we'll see if he can put it out of the end zone. He seemed to have a little trouble last week, even with the wind behind him.
So we'll see. They have Eric Jenkins back along with Lance Olson and Justin Kinney, I believe. Nice deep kick this time. It's going to go into the end zone for Franny. So a nice job by Franny Gonzalez as Lutheran will take over with 8:09 to go in the first period of play. Mustangs up 7-0. Excuse me.
Same starting place as they had last week or last drive at the 20-yard line. So Fort Morgan playing the field position game and playing it well, getting the first kickoff return into Lutheran territory, and then the punt was just barely into Fort Morgan's territory last time. So that bodes well for them.
So Willis back in shotgun formation, one receiver left as they send Aegison to the left. He's going to be caught from behind. I believe that was Trey McBride that ran him down from his left defensive end.
Second down to 13.
Loss of 3, so 2nd and 13 from the 17. Nice job by Trey to bring him down. Actually, Trey is at the right defensive end. Willis in the shotgun formation once again. They send Isogen into motion. It's going to be a cross back to the left, or to the right, excuse me. And it looks like there will be no gain. So 3rd down and 13 once again.
Stand up right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 13.
From the 17. Nice defense here by the Mustangs early on. Willis shotgun formation once again. They send Zach Loretto out, wide receiver to the right.
I'm thinking they're going to have to pass on this. There's not very many running plays that you can pick up 13 yards against the Mustangs.
Shotgun formation once again. Wingbacks. Willis goes back. He's going to go try. Oh, he got sacked by Austin Breedenbach. Takes down the 6'4" quarterback. They're back at about the 10. So Austin comes in from there.
Ball started at the 10. It's going to be 4th down and 20.
Right cornerback position and takes Willis down. Nice job by Austin Breedenbach.
That's a good thing because the receiver made a double move and looked like he might have been breaking deep, and he was a tall receiver, that Angium.
So Daniel stands back about the Lions 43. They're going to shift back to the punt. It's kind of a side end over end to Daniel at the 43. They're going to gets it for us at 35, and he is brought down hard. But great field position for the Mustangs once again.
Yeah, he got drilled on that, and he's going to remember that play. He cut to fake out one guy, and another guy came out of nowhere and just planted him. He's walking a little slow back to the huddle.
So first, go ahead.
I really don't like Lutheran's punt. They snap it to the quarterback, and he pitches it back to the guy. That's like 2 exchanges and chance for more possible mistakes.
We'll see if maybe Fort Morgan can get in there and block that. If they can, that's a lot of time going by. So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan from their Lutheran 34-yard line. High formation once again. Tate Kimball up the middle. He's going to get it down to the 30. Now Dalen's going to have to come out. His helmet came off. So they'll probably put Trey in at quarterback while Dalen comes off.
Going back to that punt, the other thing that it does is it eliminates one of your blockers because the quarterback can't really pitch the ball and then turn around and block if there's someone coming in to block the punt. But I'm sure they have some logic for it. Maybe they'll run a fake out of it at some point and
pass out of it or something, I guess. 2nd down, shotgun formation. McBride hands off to Arroyo over that right side, and he's going to be lucky to he's going to actually probably lose about a yard. So bring up a 3rd and 7.
Anthony Arroyo on the carry.
As the Lutheran Lions collapsed on Arroyo early.
throughout the season, we've seen a lot of different running backs running the ball. And tonight, we're seeing a lot of them, but early instead of later in the game after we establish that lead.
So Tate Kimball over this left side once again. Nice blocks out here. He's not going to get much. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage back down into the 30.
Thoughts on the tackle?
So 4th down and
Needed a short yard. 4th down.
6.
And a little bit out of even Franny's range, although I'd like to see him try one from here. He might be able to make it.
It'd be about a 47-yard try. So
if you'd have a 10-yard running start on it, but I don't know if our line could hold him out that long.
And maybe if they were up 40, they might give it a shot. But going to hand off to Tate Kimball. He busts it out on the outside, gets it down. He will get the first down territory as he gets blocking out front. Trey McBride and Toby McBride lead the way out there. So nice job there. Somebody is down for Lutheran. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs as Tate Kimball gets it down to the 20.
And I don't want to jinx anything, but one thing that I've noticed so far is the only penalty of the game is that offsides by Lutheran. Both teams playing a really clean game, and none of that silliness that we've seen the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I've only got, went back and tried to look up the penalties that each team had. Only had 4 games. For the Mustangs, Brush, Niwot, Arvada, and Skyview had 42 penalties for 378 yards.
And there were a bunch last week.
And Lutheran, 4 games for them, they had 33 penalties for only 62 yards. They had 26 penalties for 220 yards.
Right. Well, I guarantee Coach Chisholm preached no mistakes this week because, against a Weld Central or an Arvada or a Skyview, Niwot, you're going to be able to do that. And you mentioned that Fort Morgan really hadn't had a test. I think we got to give Brush some credit in that it wasn't a test for us, but it was a tough game, and Brush played well throughout.
Yep. So Knapp under center once again, I formation. Kimball the deep back. It's going to be handed off to Toby up the middle. He's going to get about, maybe 3. So 2nd.
For the tackle.
Yeah, we'll see where they put it. 2nd and 7 from the 27 for the Mustangs. Seem like they have better luck trying to bust that outside with Toby as the lead blocker. Going to be Tate Kimball around this left side. Toby cuts it back up inside, down at the 10, down at the 5, and he is going to go into the end zone for the Fort Morgan touchdown. Tate Kimball from 27 yards out. Fort Morgan 13, Lutheran nothing with 3:35 to go here in the first period of play. So they've scored both touchdowns running across that left side with Toby leading the way, and then Tate cut it back up the middle. So Tate Kimball with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Again, he just broke through, and it was almost like he smelled pay dirt, and he just went for it, and there was no way he was going to be denied.
Ball down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:35 to go, Fort Morgan 14, Lutheran nothing on B106 and B106.com. Okay, back here at Legion Field, the Mustangs up 14-0 as Tate Kimball takes it in from 17 yards out for his 2nd touchdown of the night. So Franny lines it up once again on the 40. So he gets his self all set as the ref has given him the okay to kick off. Looks like another deep kick. Won't get quite to the end zone. About the 1, across the 5, the 10, the 15, and drags a couple of tacklers out to about the 24-yard line.
Even when they get a return, it's hard to return it very far when you're catching it on the inside your 5-yard line.
Yep. So they set it at about the 24, it looks like. 1st and 10 Lutheran. As they find themselves down early here to the Mustangs, 14-0. 3:28 to go here in the first period of play. Will Willis a junior quarterback in the shotgun formation, but it's going to be hiked to Essigen around that left side. And he is not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit by the Mustangs. They're going to lose maybe one.
And I don't know what their coaches next door are saying, but so far the only success they've had was running it inside. Every time they go to the outside, they're losing yards because Fort Morgan has such great pursuit. They really need to come up with some sort of reverse or something to try and catch Fort Morgan being overly aggressive on the pursuit.
So 2nd and 11. Oh, they moved. It looks like the Lutheran Lions took off early. And they did, so that'll set them back another 5. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 16. As they set that about the 18-yard line.
And I imagine Coach Blair Hubbard, a familiar name in Colorado football, high school football, coached at Faith Christian for a lot of years, came over to Lutheran a couple years ago. He's got to be very frustrated that they've let Fort Morgan jump on them and then they're killing themselves.
So 2nd and 18 2nd and 16 from the 18. Looked like to be a pass play, and he gets it out here into the flat to Essigen, and he is going to be hit hard by Angelo Rivera. I didn't see who had him low, but Angelo Rivera came in and cleaned it up.
I don't think he's going to want to have that play called again.
So that was like looks like it's still about now it's back to about the 13. So 3rd down as they send Essigen in motion once again. Willis passes out to the left side and wide open. Oh, big hit. Nice hit. Let's see who that was. That was Nate Gertner on the hit.
And the Lutheran coaches questioning whether that was targeting it, knocked his helmet off, but it was in the chest area as he turned with the ball. That was a great hit by Gertner.
Man, that was a big hit by Nate Gertner as they get it back out to the 20, about the original line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up a 4th and 10. We'll call it 4th and 9 from the 25.
Trying to see who caught that ball. Did you catch that?
I think it was number 5.
Number 5.
Looks like it's going to be another short kick. Daniels at his 40. Runs across this left side, the 45, the 50, 45. That keeps on his feet at the 40, 35, 30. And down inside the 30 is Kyle Daniels.
I think Chisholm had his boys ready to play a quality foe. And one of the things the Lutheran coach that I visited with was Park Vogel, and he didn't really tell me much, but he said that they've been preaching all week long that they better be ready for some hard hits because Fort Morgan plays hard-nosed football.
And we've seen that here early on. So 1st and 10 from the 29 for the Mustangs as it's a pass. Oh, wide open is McBride at the 10, the 5. Wide open at about the 10, and Dalen Knapp hits him into the end zone. 20-0. Fort Morgan took 6 seconds to run that play. Fort Morgan 20, Lutheran nothing. As PAT coming up.
And you can believe me or not, but that last drive I was thinking, as many people as they're loading that box, they need to dump one right over the top to Trey. And boy, they called it at a perfect time.
Right in his hands and right into the end zone. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up and good once again. So with 1:22 to go here in the first period, Fort Morgan 21, Lutheran nothing on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field with Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel, where the Mustangs have just went up 21-0 on a 29-yard pass from Dalen Knapp to Trey McBride. PAT good.
Got an update for those of you who are interested. Platte Valley's up 14-0 on Brush with 3:43 left in the first, and I kind of suspected that this was going to be Brush's first test since Fort Morgan, and there you have it.
So kickoff is going to be about the 7, across the 10, the 15, the 20, and taken down at about the 25. That looks to be Austin Breedenbach on the tackle. So first and 10 Lutheran from the 25.
Ball at the 25. The line
looks like Lutheran may be getting out of there. If they want to try to get back into this, they're not going to be running the ball much. They're going to have to be passing the ball if they want to try and get back into this game.
Maybe try and pass to set up the run as compared to run to set up the pass. They have some good receivers, and Willis is a good quarterback.
So shotgun formation once again. Man in motion, right to left, handoff up the middle. And this time he's going to get about 4 out to the 29.
Good hard running by Sissio.
Pulled down by Fritzler. Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Jacob Fritzler on the tackle.
That's only the second time they've ran inside, and they've made enough to, if they average that each play, to get a first down and keep the drive going.
So second and 6, around the left, going to be up the middle. Had a fake pitch out to the left and handed off up the middle, so that'll be a first down for Lutheran out to the 37-yard line.
Pretty much the same play, and as I talked about last drive that they had, if they can get Fort Morgan pursuing, and they're faking that pitch and getting everybody running outside and then cutting it up the middle and making some yardage.
So first and 10 Lutheran from their own 37. Shotgun formation once again. Handoff up the middle again as we get out to about the 40. That'd be a gain of 3.
Second down and 8. Ball spotted at the
Second and 7 from the 40.
Was that 3 that ran that, or?
Looks like this quarter may come to an end before they get a playoff. We're down to 4 seconds unless they snap it here in a hurry. And that will bring the first quarter to an end with the Fort Morgan Mustangs up 21-0 on Lutheran. You're listening to Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel with Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. Michaela Clipper back at the studios here running the boards for us tonight. Fort Morgan up 21-0 as we get this second period started. It'll be a second and 7 from their own 40 for Lutheran, as they have found some success up the middle. So Willis in the shotgun formation once again as they send Holdridge in motion to the right. Pass down the right side, and it's going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line of Fort Morgan by Kyle Daniels, I believe. Kyle Daniels with the interception.
Boy, just when they thought they had something going, and to throw somewhat of an ill-advised pass, he was getting some pressure from behind. I don't know if he felt that coming, but he just threw that ball up there, and it drifted a little bit, and Kyle beat the receiver to a great play by Kyle Daniels.
So I believe that brings the total for the Mustangs on here, I believe, to 8 interceptions. So 11:53. Second period for the Mustangs. They will take over first and 10 from the 45. Handoff to Kimball off that left side across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to get caught from behind, but not until he gets down to the, let's see how far down he gets, to the 20 it looks like. 35-yard run for Tate Kimball.
That's a Mustang first down.
So they've been having great success running to that left side.
And so far, there's no quitting that Lutheran team. They're following the play and chasing them down from behind. And they've got a lot of heart. Good program that Coach Hubbard has going there.
So I formation going to be Tate Kimball around this right side. Breaks a couple of tackles, then he'll get down into the 18, but we have a flag on the play. Trey McBride has his helmet taken off, so we'll see if there's... This may be against Lutheran on a face mask. We'll see what...
They're telling Trey he can come back in even though his helmet came off, so that's not looking good for Lutheran.
personal foul face mask on Lutheran.
Personal foul face mask against Lutheran.
So they'll mark that at the spot of the fouls at the 15. So that'll put the ball at about the 8.
The ball spotted at the 3-yard line.
So first and goal.
First down and goal.
At the 8. That's Fort Morgan I formation once again. Going to be a handoff to Toby up the middle. It breaks the tackle at the 5. And Toby is going to go into the end zone for the touchdown. From 8 yards out is Toby McBride. Make this a 26-0 or 27-0 score with 11:23 left in the first period of play.
And Fort Morgan just having their way with that defensive line. Huge holes.
Franny Gonzalez to attempt a point after out of Knapp's hold.
So Franny in to try the point after. Dalen Knapp the holder. Snap back, ball is down. We have a flag on the play.
The kick is up and good. There is a flag.
So we'll see what the
False start Mustangs.
false start on the Mustang. Move it back 5. It's 27-0 with 11:23 left here in the first half of play.
I don't think the 5 yards will bother Franny.
I don't think so. Wait for the snap. And Fort Morgan moved again, I believe. Going to be have a dead ball. We'll see. It will be against Fort Morgan once again. This will be like an extra point that the pros are doing now. They're keep moving it back. So,
and I don't think this is the reason, but maybe they're trying to just challenge Franny to see how far of a field goal he really can kick.
this is all in the plan. So this will come from the 20. So a 30-yard extra point try, snap back, and that kick, and we'll see if it stays in or not. And it is good. So 28-0 Fort Morgan with 11:23 to go here on B106 and B106.com. 28-0 the score here at Legion Field as we are back after a touchdown by Toby McBride as he takes it in from 8 yards out. PAT once again by Franny Gonzalez. So we'll see what Lutheran does here on their next possession. See if Franny can get it into the end zone. He's been just short here tonight. First one about the 1, or the second one about the 1, and then the next one about the 8. Nice kick. We'll see if it goes in about the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. There's an opening up there. He's going to get it out to about the 34-yard line. 30. We'll say the 33. So 1st and 10 Lutheran.
That's their best starting position of the night. They've gotten only one first down from scrimmage, so hopefully they're thinking that they can build on that success and maybe put a drive together that lasts longer than 5-6 plays. And
they'd probably like to take maybe a time-consuming drive, even though you need to get points on the board, but you give it back to the Mustangs. They've been putting it in the end zone, so.
And I would think you'd want to give your defense a rest, but the Mustang drives have been so short they're not tired.
So snap back. We have flags coming in from all directions.
Chad Barker on the carry.
And we'll see.
We got flags.
We had one from the side jet back, I believe. Looks like it's going to be against Lutheran. Chop block.
Chop block on Lutheran.
So first down, and that will mark it back to about the 17-yard line.
And that is not good for your offense when you haven't had much success to have to start off 1st and 25.
So shotgun formation once again for Lutheran. Going to be snapped back taken around the right side by Barker. He's going to get it up just barely across the 20, it looks like. Let's see where they finally mark this down at. It's going to be second down from the 21. So a gain of 4.
And the offensive lineman that's blocking Trey is just chopping him every time. Last time must have been someone engaged him high first.
So handoff up the middle. Like Eric Jenkins. He gets it up to about the 25. So another 4-yard gain. So they've got this down to now to about a third and 16. From the 25. Lutheran man in motion. Willis drops back, looks deep down here to the sideline, and it's going to be knocked away to the ground. Nice defensive job there. And that was Tyler Dunn on the defense. He was right in the pocket of that receiver.
And it would have been a couple yards short of first down anyway, but certainly would have made them feel a lot more positive getting out of that deep hole.
This incomplete pass will bring up a 4th and 16 from the 25. So they now put their man back to punt as Eric Jenkins. Wobbly kick going to be Daniels at his own 45 across the 50, 45-40, 35-30. And finally taken down. We have a flag, though, back up about the 37-yard line. It's like an illegal block in the back, if I saw that ref correctly.
And unfortunately, it was 20 yards away from the play or 15 yards away from the play. So that's the kind that if you commit that foul, you don't want to be in the film room the next day. Luckily for him, he didn't go for a touchdown because it's even worse when they take points off the board because of your mistake.
That's for darn sure. So still going to be good field position, though, for the Mustangs with 9:39 left here in the first half of play, with the Mustangs up 28-0.
And the Mustangs are playing even more aggressive than they have most of the season. I would say as aggressive or more than they were against Brush. And they kind of slacked off the last 4 weeks as they played weaker and weaker opponents. And I think Coach had them ready for tonight.
So T formation this time. Looks like Rosales and Arroyo in the backfield. Going to be handoff to Rosales as he will get a couple to the 45.
Yeah, the center just missed the block on the nose guard, and the nose guard was there. But he tackled him high, and Rosales was able to carry him 4 yards down, or a couple yards down the field.
So it looks like maybe they're giving the Kimball and McBride a little bit of a break here. Let's see, it looks like also on offense, I see Alex Mai standing on the sideline. So roll out to the left, pass wide open to Trey McBride at the 5, at the 30, 25, 20, 15, and he will go into the end zone. From 45 yards out. Puts the Mustangs now up 34-0 with 8:53 to go.
That's kind of passing percentage you'd like if you're a quarterback's coach. 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns, averaging 37 yards per carry.
Well, I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing here out of this Mustang team against a quality opponent.
Ready for the point.
Snap back, ball is down. The kick by Franny is up and good. So with 8:53 to go, the Mustangs now up 35-0 on B106 and B106.com. 35-0, 8:53 to go here, first half of play, as the Mustangs have dominated this game right from the start.
And an update, Brush is now down 21-0. So I think it's going to be a long night for Reed Call and the Beat Diggers.
So the Mustangs have scored every time they've had the ball except the first when they had to punt. Franny once again getting a workout with that right leg.
Kenny and Jenkins deep.
Nice deep kick. See if it'll go into the end zone. It does not. About the 5, out across the 10, the 15. He's going to break it outside to the 20. He's going to go down out about the 23 as he slips down.
Great coverage on that one. He kind of didn't really get a good feel for the ball and was running sideways to start with, and didn't get very far downfield.
Lutheran will have it there, first down and 10.
Lutheran once again try to get their offense untracked. It's 1st and 10 from their own 23.
Even though the score is 35-0, you have to look at it from the perspective of person by person. Lutheran's giving each person on the Fort Morgan team more of a battle than they've had since Brush, and maybe even more so than even Brush. They're big kids out there.
So Willis once again, shotgun formation. We have a stoppage of play. Flag thrown here on the near side. Looks like it's going to go against Lutheran as they moved early. So it'll bring up a 1st and 15.
You just got to be pulling your hair out if you're Coach Hubbard and trying to figure out why this team that's been pretty disciplined, because you talked about their penalties less than Fort Morgan. And tonight they just have a lot.
So bring up 1st and 15 from the 18. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. They breaks it across the 20. Dragon tacklers out at least to the 25.
Good hard run by Sissio that time.
So I think it was Holdridge on that one.
Is that Holdridge?
Yeah, number 22.
25.
Oh, that's right.
2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8, Lutheran from the 26-yard line.
Had the right number. I just thought for some reason 22 was Sissio, so we'll straighten that out.
Man in motion once again. Right to left's going to be a handoff up the middle again to Holdridge, and nothing there as he is brought down in the backfield. Looks like Jacob Fritzler in on the play.
3rd and 7.
So 3rd and 7. Did get a yard out of that. So 3rd and 7 from the 26. Everybody looks at their plays on their sleeve as the clock is ticking away here. They send Nate Holdridge in motion. Willis with the fake, drops back. He is hit about the time he throws it, and it's going to be out of the reach of the intended receiver, Lance Olson. Nice job by the Mustangs getting in there on the
and Willis
pressure.
Is kind of holding his left arm a little bit weakly. Not sure whether it was a shot to the arm. Yeah, it looks like he's rubbing his arm. That's not going to be good for Lutheran.
They line up as they usually do, and then they send Jenkins back to punt. Low line drive away from Daniels as it will go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Right at the 35, the Mustangs will have it there, 1st down and 10.
Go ahead.
7:21 to go here in this first half of play.
I just thought of another reason why you wouldn't want your quarterback there pitching the ball, because he just got right to block the punt, and he had to step in there and block him.
Yeah, it's just one extra handling of the ball. It looks like this to be unnecessary, but apparently they work out of that at times. So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan from their own 35 is going to be handoff to Tate Kimball around this left side, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So he will be dropped for a loss. Back to the 34.
2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 34.
Only the second play that Fort Morgan's lost yardage on. The other one was an Anthony Arroyo run of -1 also.
So I formation once again for the Mustangs. Daniels right, Marquez left. Knapp under center. Hand off to Kimball over that right side, breaks it out across the 35.
Left side across the 35 to about the 37.
About to the 37, so that'll be a gain of 3, so that'll be a 3rd and 8.
typical passing down and distance, but not when you're Fort Morgan.
Toby comes out, Tate comes out, Adrian Marquez is out.
Trey looks like maybe he's a little hobbled on his ankle.
Dawson Frick back into the game. One receiver right, two backs. Going to be off to Anthony Royer on this left side. Breaks up the middle, 40. Hold on to that ball. He gets it out. Looks like he will have enough for first down territory as Anthony Arroyo goes for 8. We'll see where they put the ball down, but looks like he will have it.
Yep.
Nice job by Anthony Arroyo.
That was hard work for those 8 yards. He carried a defender. Did a great job on that.
.552 and counting here as the Mustangs keep the ball on the ground.
Coconato in now at fullback.
It's kind of nice when they can give everybody kind of a break once in a while and not wear everybody out. Tate Kimball around that left side across the 45. Cuts it back into the 50, 45, 40. We have a flag back. Tate goes down the left side. He'll take it into the end zone, but we do have a flag back at the Mustangs 48-yard line. So we have a ref running from the other side, so we'll see.
Certainly not a place where you'd expect a defensive penalty.
Guess Mustangs will come back. We do have a hold on Fort Morgan out on that left side. So that will be a 10-yard penalty from about the 48.
So probably first and 17.
Yep. So right there where you were talking about, took points off the board. If that would have held, that would have. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm shocked at 35-0, but I thought Lutheran would give us more of a game than what they have. But
and I imagine it's been a long time, if ever, that Lutheran's been 40 pointed in Mercy Field.
So first down from the 37. Hand off to Kimball around that left side again. He is going to be caught and driven out of bounds.
Kimball as a carry pulled out of bounds at about
He'll get
40.
Let's see where they mark it at the.
That's on the
Looks like
tackle.
just one at 39, huh?
Yep.
Making the 39.
So second and 16.
Second down and 16.
Daniels comes out. Rosales goes in. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first half of play. The Mustangs up 35-0 on basically a game that I would say is probably for the Colorado 7 championship. Although Vista Peak will have something to say about that next week. Fort Morgan will travel there. Tate Kimball around this left side has a nice block out front. He gets it up to the 50. Nice job by Toby McBride and Frank Rosales. But it will bring up a third down as he gets it out to midfield.
The 3rd and 5 is a lot more manageable than 3rd and 16.
So it looks like maybe Trey will be quarterback. He took his glove off. And Dalen has come out, so Trey will be at quarterback. We'll see what they run, some type of an option play.
I like when they put Tate out there at receiver. You have to respect that speed, and one of these times they're going to throw to him.
I think Tate moved somebody. Oh, maybe we got a timeout called. Excuse me.
Timeout, Mustangs.
So we'll take a timeout with him with 3:51 to go. Fort Morgan 35, Lutheran nothing on B106 and B106.com. 35-0 with 3:51 to go here at Legion Field as the Mustangs are playing host to the Lutheran Lions. Both undefeated in the Colorado 7 conference at 2-0. Fort Morgan overall is at 5-0. Lutheran comes in at 3-2.
Platte Valley up 29-0 against Brush. Platte Valley's for real.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
So receivers left and right. Trey in shotgun formation, going to hand off and nothing there as they give it to Arroyo. He'll get one.
Arroyo on the carry.
So I'll bring up a 4th and 4.
Stopped by Richard Young.
So not much there. We'll see if Fort Morgan decides to kick this away.
The first punt of the night for Fort Morgan.
Second, I believe. They punted on their first possession.
Oh, that's right. They did. You're correct.
So they want to play. If they would hurry up and snap the ball, Lutheran's going to call timeout because they couldn't get everybody off the field in time.
Well, they only had 8 out there. So not only one kid's running out and they call a timeout, not because he couldn't get off, because they were missing 3 players. Possibly they have some young men over on the sideline that are getting nursed by the coaching staff and are supposed to be out there, because they've had several players that have had to be walked off the field.
Yeah, it's been Mustangs have it's been a hard-hitting game actually from both sides. We've seen some pretty good licks that Lutheran has put on our guys too, but we've jumped up and continued to play. So looks like a nice crowd here for the Mustangs. The home side looks to be pretty full, and we've got a few on the north side. Beautiful night here in Fort Morgan, October 9th.
See, at least we're in the Halloween month now.
We're getting there.
Yeah, Lutheran seems to have a decent following, considering how far away they are. It's an hour and a half drive.
Oh, it's over the head of Kimball. Is he going to have to track it down? He might just want to fall on it. And it will be Lutheran ball at the Mustang 15-yard line. That's the first big mistake that the Mustangs have done tonight with 3:18 left here in the first half. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 15.
Wow.
So we'll see if the Mustangs defense can keep Lutheran out of the end zone. Apparently Trey is the long snapper, it looks like. He's a little upset with himself, and the coach is on him a little bit when he comes out. So shotgun formation once again for Lutheran as Willis drops back. It's going to be a pitch back to Easogen, and he is going to be brought down for a big loss back to the outside the 20, back to about the 22. Could be a loss of 7. So 2nd and 17 from the 22.
Loss of 7. Second down and 17.
I think that's Barker, 43.
Yes.
They have in there now.
Maybe they were too close to try to pass to the end zone. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Willis. Now Holdridge goes in motion. Willis drops back. He's being hounded. He's going to be taken down by Alex Mai back at the 32-yard line. So nice job here by the Mustangs. As they do drop him at about the 32. That'd be a loss of 10. 3rd and 27.
They're going the wrong direction.
Man. Defensive front for Fort Morgan is good. Another handoff to Holdridge up the middle, and he is going to get maybe to the 30.
Holdridge over the right side.
So it'll be a 4th and 25 from the 30. Down to a minute 45 and counting here, first half of play.
4th and 24.
Willis keeps looking over to the sidelines. You get the instructions for what play they want him to run. So they have Loretto split wide left. I can't see who's to the right, but shotgun formation. Willis looks back. It's going to be a pass out into the flat. And that is going to be taken out of bounds by Angelo Rivera. A nice job here by this Fort Morgan Mustangs as it was 1st and 10 from the 15. And it ended up being 4th and 25 from the 30. But the Mustangs will get the ball now with a minute 15 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 as they That's from the 25.
Great defensive stand for Fort Morgan there.
So I formation, standard formation here for the Mustangs. Daniels right, Marquez left. Going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball around this left side. He breaks the tackle across the 30, 35, 40. Going to be brought down finally. Holds on to that ball as he gets it out to the Mustang 47-yard line.
47-yard line. That's a Mustang first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 47 as the Mustangs hustle up to the ball. They haven't started now. They wind the clock at 1:04. Kimball around that left side and nothing there as he is hit in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of a couple back to the 45. So not much on that left side that time as Lutheran was bringing everybody. We're down to 40 seconds here in this first half of play. 2nd and 12. Rolls out to his right to look downfield. It's going to be a deep pass down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete for Daniels, but nice job by Lance Olson as he was right there to break up that pass. So 3rd and 12 now for the Mustangs.
Trying to get that score up to 40 points, so the second half will run. That was a nice deep throw. You know, give no quarter, ask none, I guess what the saying goes, you know.
Down to 30.3 seconds. We'll see if Fort Morgan doesn't make it, if Lutheran will stop the clock and try to get a couple more plays in. High formation once again. Pitch back to Tate Kimball across that left side, across the 45, the 40, 40, 35, 30. He's going down the north sidelines. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Fort Morgan. Tate Kimball with his 3rd touchdown of the night. And we should have the running clock. They haven't stopped right at the moment, but it should be going as it is now 41-0. Fort Morgan as Tate Kimball takes that 55 yards.
And you might be thinking, you know, putting a pounding on Lutheran may come back to get us, but the reality is that we probably won't be playing them next year, so we'll be shifting leagues.
Freddie Gonzalez with the PAT, and that is up and good, and that will bring the first half of play to an end. 42-0 Fort Morgan over Lutheran on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field, about ready to get this second half started.
The party has started in the stands. Everybody's happy and enjoying it, and the football players are, I'm sure, smiling. But they're not going to let down. They're going to keep after it, and the younger kids are going to step up and get a chance to put a big lick on someone and have some fun.
Yep, it's been a fun night for them. Standings in the Colorado 7 League: Fort Morgan, Lutheran, and Vista Peak call it 2-0. Fort Lupton, Englewood at 1-1. Skyview, Elizabeth, and Weld Central sit at 0-2. And we'll try to get some of the other games that are going on tonight in the league. I think Kevin's got some of those.
Yeah, Vista Peak is playing tomorrow against Englewood. Englewood has the ability, although the Lutheran coaches, again, talking to them, they said that Lutheran really only beat Elizabeth because Elizabeth killed themselves. They threw a pick six from like their own 10-yard line late in the game, and so Elizabeth pretty much beat them. But I asked him how good Elizabeth was, and he said they're really small and young, and so that's not going to bode well for them against a power team like Fort Morgan.
And Fort Morgan will be on the road next Saturday at Vista Peak, and it will be at Aurora Public Schools.
It is at Aurora Public Schools?
It will be at Aurora Public Schools.
And they moved it to 1 o'clock also, correct?
Yep. So Franny puts his foot into it. It will come down at about the 10. It's dropped on the ground, picked up at the 15, the 20, 25, the 30, maybe out to the 35, but the clock will run.
Coverage on the return.
We'll see 11:47 on the start of the drive.
The Lions will have it there.
Like quite a few of the starters are still out there. probably for this first drive. And you can't really blame Fort Morgan. They've got to be ready for later on in the season. The kids have to be in shape. Coach mentioned that during the pre-game interview that they've been working harder and harder on conditioning.
So Willis once again, shotgun formation. Ball is dropped and picked back up and slammed hard to the ground. Is Willis. I didn't see who it was that did that, but he'll feel that one for a little bit. Be a gain of 1, so he'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 36.
And his first carry other than the sacks that he's had. And so I don't think he runs the ball very much. I don't think that was really the plan for him to get slammed to the ground.
I'd probably like to keep that from happening too many times. Barker in motion once again. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, though. And some decent yardage that time, maybe 5 yards. As that is Holdridge. Brought down, looks like Fritzler on the stop.
Fritzler nursing an ankle, as well as Alex Mai and I think Trey Bain. I was hearing before the game.
So 3rd and 4 from the 41. In motion once again, but it's going to be a handoff up the middle, but he's going to be short of the first down. That tough interior, that defense. Maybe 1. So it'll bring up a 4th and 3 from the 42.
Jake Norris at the bottom of the pile.
Kyle Daniels looks to be going back to receive the punt. We'll see if this is one of the times maybe they throw out of this position, or they're going to send Jenkins back once again. Gets a nice punt off this time down that right side. Daniels with it at the 25, out across the 30. Jukes outside to the 35 and brought down on an undercut out at the 36-yard line. So the first possession here in the second half for the Mustangs. And that will...
Looks like, again, the varsity starters are going in for at least one series. And again, you can't blame Fort Morgan coaches for needing to get those kids some game conditioning. Because you consider they only ran 26 plays in the first half.
So wingbacks for the Mustangs. Going to be a handoff to Kyle Daniels on that left side as he has a block out there. 40, 50, 45, 40. Kyle Daniels, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And Kyle Daniels will get into the end zone for the Mustangs. 48-0. Kyle Daniels with the touchdown for Fort Morgan.
64 yards on that, and whoever's scouting us tonight is going to have nightmares planning to play us.
Man. Kyle Daniels. PAT once again will be tried by Franny Gonzalez.
He looked a little gassed there at the end, like maybe he was running out of gas. Those Lutheran kids caught him there at the end, but too late.
That try after is blocked. So 7:49 and counting here. The Mustangs up 48-0. So we'll take a break with them here on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field as the clock runs, 48-0 Fort Morgan. PAT no good, but Kyle Daniels takes it in from 64 yards out on a run around the left end.
I just noticed I did miss one play from the first half of the stats. Trey did throw the ball once for an incompletion, so overall we're 2 of 4.
Huh. So Franny with the ball teed up. Kickoff down to the 5, 10, 15, the 20. Hit out there initially by Jimmy Keller. And then Austin Breedenbach takes him down. So 1st and 10 Lutheran.
Tackled by Bryden Back.
And I'm thinking Lutheran still only has the one first down on the game. It came on their fourth drive. They've had 4 drives since then, total of 8 drives and 1 first down.
We kind of ran into a machine here tonight against this Mustang crew.
See some subs going in now on defense.
Pitcher, hit in the backfield, big hit. He almost got the handoff, and that was Colton Carpenter, as he was right there on the handoff. So that's a loss of 2.
Nice play by Colton breaking through. And at this point, I'm not sure why they're still trying to run slow developing plays against a quick Fort Morgan defense. You've got to, do the gashers. That's what's worked best for them so far.
I know they don't pass much, but I think we wanted to try to at least get some points on the board. Pass out here into the flat is going to be caught, but nice job by Nate Gertner on the tackle out about the 24. That will bring up about a 3rd and 8 from the 24.
3rd and 8.
Nice job by Nate Gertner, first-year player. Done an excellent job as a senior.
We remarked last week on his great open field tackling, and another example of that today.
Yep. So Willis, they're going to try to go deep down the sideline here, up and over, and even out of the reach of Gertner, as they were trying to get the ball to Austin Angulum. I guess that's how we'll pronounce that.
Yeah, Angulum.
4th down and 8.
So it brings up a 4th and 8. After that incomplete pass, Daniels stands back at his own 43-yard line. They send the punt once again. Low line drive to Daniels. He takes it at his 45. Comes across this right side at the 50. He is going to be taken down
by the Jersey fans wanting a horse collar, but it truly was the jersey. And it was a big old boy that had a hold of him.
Yeah, he had him about halfway down on the jersey.
Reminded me of a 5-year-old with a rag doll, playing in her, because he threw him down pretty hard. But again, a low kick and a nice return by Kai Daniels.
So 1st and 10 from the Lutheran 48. Down to 3:23.
Again, the starters still in.
Daniels comes out. And Dawson Frick into the game. High formation going to be pitched back to, that is to, that is going to be George Perea. Goes around that left end for a gain of about 2. So 2nd and 8 from from the 46. So last week we go from the longest game that we've had this year to going to be almost the shortest game of the year.
And earlier in the season, Perea showed us some speed. He had that one breakaway for about 60 yards, I think, 2nd week of the season.
It's like Angel Abrego also in, I believe, at running back. Going to be Abrego up the middle as he, let's see if they may, going to be just short of the first down as he gets down to the 40. So that's a gain of 6.
Abrego on the carry.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
Over the tackle. Stop just short of the 40, 3rd and 2.
Dalen Knapp still in at quarterback. Down to 1:50 in the 3rd period. High formation once again for the Mustangs. Dawson Frick's split wide right. Marquez wide left. Going to be a pitch back to Perea. He's going to get down into first down territory. So he will he will get the first down on that run. He gets it from the 40 down to about the 36-yard line, a gain of 4.
Fort Morgan's able to just do this gain 3, 4, 5 yards of play. A couple more drives and the game's going to be over.
Yeah, we're already down to a minute 5 left here in the third. We're going to have this. We have a good possibility of having this game over before the first half was over last week at Weld Central.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Dalen Knapp under center once again to Abrego as he, nice run by Abrego. He drags a couple of tacklers down inside the 30.
Inside the 30.
So it'll bring up about a second and 2 from the 28.
And he had that ball wrapped up tight. I imagine probably coach is telling each of these sets of backs you're going to get one series, and you want to run hard. And boy, he ran hard. What grade's he in? Abrego, he's a junior, so we're going to be looking for a fullback next year.
Yep.
And Toby's up there playing at CSU.
So Dalen Knapp, we're going to run this third quarter out here. So at the end of 3, the Mustangs are up 48-0 on B106 and B106.com. Start of the fourth period here at Legion Field. Kevin Rohde and Brian Nickel here at Legion Field. Michaela Pipper at the studios for us tonight. Once again, the I formation. We have a 2nd and 2 from the 28. Going to be a handoff to Abrego once again, and I believe he will get enough for the first down. And they do wave him down, so nice job by Abrego. Lutheran has a player down, so that will stop the clock. So 1st and 10, they set that about the 26.
That's a Mustang first down.
Get a nice run by him, just controlling the ball and not letting it get away.
So I think, do you have any updated scores there, Kevin?
I was just going to try and look and see if there were any no score from Weld Central, Elizabeth, or Skyview for Lupton. I guess I better refresh this and see. I'll let you do an ad quick.
Let's see, the first Fort Morgan score of the second half was brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank, a bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. They are on the cutting edge of banking. Stop by 321 Anson and see what options they have available. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference.
All right, so we have Fort Lupton ahead of Skyview with 5 minutes left in the second period, so almost halftime there, and that might be an old report. And a shocker, Elizabeth at home losing 20-7 to the Weld Central team that Fort Morgan put 56 up on last time. So that's kind of a surprise, I think. But I think Elizabeth's just not having the season that they want. Burlington up 20-14 on Ray, and that's the team that Wiggins is going to have to play. And Wiggins did a great job of dealing with Ray, I think last week or the week before. Wiggins up 36-0 against Highland. So good deal for the Tigers to have a good season going so far this year. And Brush still at 29-0 Platte Valley.
Handoff over that right side to Paredes. He breaks some tackles and keeps those legs churning as he gets it down inside the 20 to about the 17.
Chad Barker in the tackle for the Lions.
It's like about a 2nd and 2. We're going to mark it. We'll say the 18. We'll make it 2nd and 2.
Bray, another junior that we can look forward to calling his number next year.
So I formation once again for the Mustangs. As Knapp will wait for the back judge to start the countdown, and there it is. Snap. And this time it's going to go again to Angel Abrego. And that will be enough for the first down. So it'll be now a 1st and 10 for Fort Morgan. Angel Abrego doing a nice job here in this second half. 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Mustangs.
Right now it's the Abrego Paredes show, and they're just consistently pounding the ball for just enough to move the sticks.
Dawson Frick split wide right. And it looks like Andy Bain out here to the left. High formation once again. A handoff again. Let's see. That must have been, is that Perea that got it that time? 21. That is George Perea.
Perea, the carry, put down by Loretto. No gain.
So
Lutheran defense comes up strong on that play and holds it to no gain. I certainly think the Fort Morgan Faithful would like to get it in the end zone. I think Coach Chisholm and the Mustang coaching staff would just like the clock to disappear and get in without any injuries or anything serious happening.
So we'll see maybe if they don't make it fourth down, if they would bring Franny on for a field goal try, but we'll see if that evolves to that or not. Going to be a handoff to Perea around the right side again. Breaks the tackle at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. George Perea takes it in from 15 yards out. So nice job by that by Perea and Abrego on that drive.
I think that's just Perea's second touchdown of the season. He had that one in that first game, and there's been some games where he hasn't gotten in. So great job by that young man, and a great opportunity to play, brought on by the fact that the varsity dominated so well first half.
Yeah. Franny in for the PAT. The last one was blocked. 8:36 and counting here. The snap back, the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is true. So with 8:27 and counting, the Mustangs are up 55-0 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel with Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field as the Mustangs is now up 55-0 as George Perea takes it in from 15 yards out. So it looks like the Lions are going to hopefully come up. Well, we know they're going to come up short. We'll see if the Mustangs can keep them off the board for the shutout. So a nice deep kick. And it'll go out about the 5, out across the 10, the 15, the 20. Breaks it outside to the left to the, it stays on his feet and gets out to about the 25. And I didn't see who returned that, but the Mustangs brought him down. First and Holt on the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for Lutheran.
14, Jimmy Keller coming out a little gimpy.
Had some help up from the referee.
Perea in at that right corner, and 41 is Andy Bain in at the left corner, so they are subbing now on defense pretty freely.
Sean McFarland in. It's like maybe Brian Sosa, if I see right, number 33, like middle linebacker there. Shotgun formation once again, a pass out here into the flat, but not a good pass by Willis as he tries to get it to Justin Kinney. Incomplete pass, but one good thing about this, the clock does run. So,
and as the cheerleaders finish up their 55 jumping jacks, one thing's for sure this year, we've got some of the fittest cheerleaders in the league and maybe in the state.
That's for sure. So 2nd and 10 as they put Olson in motion. Around the left side, he tries to cut it back, and he will be brought down just short of the first down.
Olson on the sweep. Third down by Carpenter.
Gets it out to the 33.
Third down and 3.
So on that, it's like about a 3rd and 2 from the 33. 5:15 and counting here. Mustangs up 55-0 over Lutheran. And in motion left to right, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. As they will get first down plus about another 8.
Coulter on the carry.
See who they.
Yeah, it was number
E.J. Coulter on the carry.
Coulter?
Yeah.
What number is that? Oh, 24. So they're getting some of their other kids in as well.
First and 10 from the 45. Man in motion from left to right. Comes out here to the left side. Nice job out here as the Mustangs in their pursuit. And it's going to be a gain of about maybe 2. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 47. But nice pursuit there by the Mustangs. Willis still in at quarterback for Lutheran. They're going to send Lance Olson off to the sideline. I'm not sure what they're... It must have been a... I don't know if it was a... One ran off and number 35 came on.
They got too many... Nope, very good. Good.
To Willis, it's going to be a drop back. He's going to be flushed out, and he's going to escape the tackles. But he's going to be brought down at midfield for a gain of about 4.
That's some nifty moves that he put on there.
2nd and 4. Or 3rd and 4, excuse me. From midfield. Who else do we have in there? Tyler Dunn in at linebacker also. Cade Bulis in the game. And so Lutheran's going to call a timeout. Down 55-0 with 2:56. So we'll take one with them on B106 and B106.com. 55-0 with 2:56 to go here, and Mustangs up as they will improve to 6-0 on the season. Lutheran will drop to 3-3, 2-1 in league. Morgan will improve to 3-0. Pitch out to the left side, and the runner is going to be brought down in Morgan territory at about the 35. Lance Olson.
Pulled out about the 32. That's a way.
So that will be a 1st and 10 from the... Let's see where they're going to mark at the 35. 15-yard run, and they mark it at the 35. 2.5 minutes to go here in the contest. Shotgun formation once again as they put a man in motion. Going to be a handoff up the middle, though, and down to the 22-yard line for a 1st down. And who was that? 24 for E.J. Coulter again.
Ball started 22. That's a Lutheran's 1st down.
Let's see who's anybody else we can pick up on that front line for Fort Morgan. Looks like Jared Wilgenberg is in there. Motion once again to the left, but it's going to be a handoff to Coulter as he gets about 7 yards.
Pulled down by Wilgenberg.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 3 from the 15. Olson in motion once again. There's going to be a handoff to Coulter as he goes up the middle once again as he gets it down just outside the 5, but it will be enough for the 1st down. First and goal, Lutheran. As they mark it from about the 7.
How much time they got left on the clock?
We are down to 1:08.
All right, well, they got time to get a couple more plays off.
They hand it off again. We put Olson in motion once again. This time it's going to be a pitch out to Olson on that left side. He bounces it around, and it looks like he will go into the end zone for Lutheran at 52 seconds. So Lance Olson from 7 yards out for the touchdown for Lutheran, brings it now to 55-6 with their PAT awaiting. So I presume once they get this done, they won't even have the kickoff. The time will run out. You may not even get the kickoff. Well, they will allow it, but as the holder brings it in, and the holder is Justin Kinney. And the snap is down, and the kick is up and good. So that'll bring the score to 55-7, and that is the way this contest will come to an end as we are down to 2 seconds. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs are in sole place right now, first place in the Colorado 7, awaiting Vista Peak tomorrow, but the Mustangs now up 3 games to none now in the conference. So we will take a break and be back with the post-game show on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. A big victory here for the Mustangs over the Lutheran Lions, 55-7. It was 42-0 at half, so not a lot of scoring in the second half. First time the Mustangs get their hands on the ball, though. Kyle Daniels goes 64 yards, and the PAT was no good. It was blocked, left the score at 48-0. And the end of the third period, that is how it came to the score was in at 48-0. Once the fourth period got going, touchdown by Perea 15 yards out. The PAT was good for the 55-0 lead for Fort Morgan. The Lutheran Lions get the ball back. 10 plays, they go into the end zone from Lance Olson. The PAT is good for the 55-7 finale for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So an excellent night here for Fort Morgan. A lot different than I thought it was going to come out just by the stats and what we had seen basically in the paper. But total domination here by the Mustangs, I think, as Kevin can probably tell us with the stats that he has in front of him.
Absolutely. The stats bear this out, but I think what we can take away from this game is, as you said, total domination. Fort Morgan played against a team that has played with some good teams, and we totally dominated them. You know, not only is Lutheran going home with their pride and their egos bruised a little bit, but they're going to need to be in the hot tubs and whirlpools and some ice for the ride home. They took a beating physically as well as on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So let's get to the stats. Let's first get Lutherans out of the way. Lutheran ends up with 94 total yards on 37 plays. So average of about 3 yards, a little under 3 yards per play. That came passing. They had 4 completions for on 10 attempts for 8 yards, 1 interception, and the 2 sacks for 17-yard loss. And running, they ran it 27 times for 103 yards and the 1 touchdown. And most of those yards came against that, second team, third team
on that
defense on that last drive, because they marched a long ways on that. But for the victorious Mustangs, no change for the starters because none of them ran the ball, or none of them who ran in the first half touched the ball in the second half. So Toby McBride ends up with 14 yards on 3 carries for 1 touchdown. Tate Kemble, 190 yards on 14 carries for 3 touchdowns. Arroyo, 12 yards on 4 carries. Trey McBride, 5 yards on 1 carry, and Rosales, 2 yards on 1 carry. Then in the second half, Daniels, 1 carry for 64 yards and a touchdown, and Perea, 25 yards on 4 carries for a touchdown, and Abrego really running some tough yards and up the middle to help us get that last touchdown, 19 yards on 4 carries. Passing, Dalen Knapp goes 2 for 3 for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. Trey McBride has the 1 incomplete pass on that first drive. Totals then for Fort Morgan on the game. Passing 2 for 4 for 74 yards, no interceptions and 2 touchdowns. And rushing 331 yards on 32 carries for 6 touchdowns. So the total offense for the Mustangs, 405 total yards on 36 plays, which keeps us right at that 11 yards per play that we had earlier. And so 405 yards to 94 yards. Kind of
showed it on the board.
Absolutely, yeah, and the scoreboard totally dominant. So a long ride home for Lutheran, and Fort Morgan a long bus ride to Aurora next week and get to play in a big stadium, Aurora Public School Stadium. That'll be a little nicer than being on the campus of Vista Peak where we were 2 years ago.
That's for sure. It's 1 o'clock kickoff next week. We have picked a Fort Morgan player of the game, and that is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center, with 3 locations to serve you better: Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan. Your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies, from plumbing to feed. So, Kevin, who have we picked tonight?
Well, I think Tate Kimball again showed that he is a dominant player at this level. And again, the offensive line opened great holes. We saw that when the same offensive line was out there second half, and Perea and Abrego had no problem keeping the first downs moving, the chains moving. But what can you say about Tate Kimball? You know, he gets that little break in, he's through, and he's a determined runner.
Yeah, he gets out in the open, and he's not going to be caught. He is fast, and also even when he breaks that line, he'll break a couple of tackles. He's also a strong individual, not just fast. He is also strong because he'll break a couple of tackles before he gets through that line, and then once he does, he is gone. So we will be back here next. It'll be next Saturday, actually, at 1 o'clock. As Kevin said, Fort Morgan will travel to Aurora Public Schools, and that is just off of Chambers Avenue, I believe. It's at Hinkley High School. I'm sure it'll be in the paper on directions how to get there. So the 6-0 Fort Morgan Mustangs, 3-0 in league, will go to Vista Peak. They play tomorrow, so we'll see if they're still undefeated or if they will be also 3-0 in league. So we will go ahead and close this out. It was this time last week we were just getting the third quarter started, so it's a nice change of pace to get out of here early. So the sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs football tonight has been Michaela Clipper. Nice job by her once again. For Kevin Rohde, I'm Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score, Fort Morgan 55, the Lutheran Lions 7. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com.